Good morning, everyone. This is my first time going live. Let's see if anyone's joining us. Rohit Sagu says, hey. Hey, Rohit. How are you? What part of the world are you in? Are you in Canada, India? So your question is Drive Test Canada and Brampton open today? That's a good question. It's been a long time since I've taken people for road tests. I know that Brampton Center used to be open on Saturdays, so I'm not sure what the current work hours are. So you can check it online. You can check it online when you go to drivetestcenter.ca. They will be able to tell whether they're open or not. I hope I have answered your question. By the way, what test were you going to take? Was that G1 or G2 or G1? Okay. Well, all the best, Rohit. Yes, for G1 they're open. Yeah, I was not sure about the road test, but yeah, G1 they're open. JS says hi JS. Do you have any questions related to driving for me? Charles Tata. Hi Charles. Please feel free to ask me questions if you have any related to driving. Pierre Paul Driving School. So we also have a driving school attending our session. Thank you. Hello. When you do your video for the pedal, what setup camera that you use to get the pedal, if you don't mind sharing? Well, I just use a phone. I don't use any cameras. For most of my videos, I've only used phones so far. Abhishek Parija says hi Abhishek. Charles Tata is from Cameroon. That's great. Abhishek Parija, quick question. I stupidly jumped a red signal. What happens next? Well, it depends. If there were camera lights, then if they were able to capture it, then you will see a ticket in the mail. And if there was no camera, then you're lucky. You're lucky to have gotten through it. If no one caught you there, then you're good. JS, what precautions to take before taking a left turn? Well, it depends where you're taking the left turn. If it's a side street at a stop sign, or you're taking at an intersection. I'm assuming this is for an intersection. I have recently shot a video on making left turns, so it will be very clear in that video. But I will still tell you what are the things that you need to do. So there are three things that you're looking for when you're making a left turn. The first thing, obviously, is the oncoming traffic. That's where your focus will be, your attention will be. Um, And that takes most of because that takes most of your attention. You forget about the other two things, which are the lights, how the lights are changing, and the pedestrians. Okay, so the three things, these three things, if you keep in mind, you will never go wrong with the left turns. So yes, as soon as you see a way, you look at the lights and the pedestrians, and you go. But that video is going to describe left turns very clearly, so make sure you watch that. It's being edited right now, so it will come up soon. Hopefully this week. Um, Okay, Abhishek says it was a red light camera intersection. So, yes, most likely you are getting a ticket in the mail. And, you know, in that case, you may get some, you may get what we call uh, those points, right? So you may have to reach out to a paralegal to fight it for you. So, yeah, well, it depends on how much the ticket is and whether I'm forgetting the term. What are those called? Points. Can someone help me with that? What are those points called? So yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, you may have to reach out to demerit points. Thank you, Abhishek. Yeah, so demerit points. So that's not going to be good for your insurance. So please make sure that you reach out to a paralegal to either eliminate those demerit points or reduce them. Charles says, please, sir, I want to ask if it's possible to have an international driving license. Charles, if you could specify what you mean by international driving license, do you mean to say if someone from outside Canada can have an international driver's license and drive in Canada? If that's a question, then yes. I came from India and I had an international driver's license, which allowed me to drive for a certain period of time. Um, but I think it was 90 days, and after that, I had to get my license, get my Canadian driver's license. So yes, the international license allows you to drive for a certain period of time. Shubham, hi, Shubham. Uh, oh, okay. What school are you from? DAV, St. Mary's? Can't remember. Um, Abhishek, yes, it will. It will impact your insurance. So, yes, as I said, you'll need to reach out to a paralegal. JS says how to book driving lessons um, with you. Well, unfortunately, I have given up my license. I have switched my occupation. I am uh, I am an immigration consultant now. But I am looking into it. I am thinking about opening a driving school. It's still a thought. I'm not able to materialize it, but very soon I will try to help all my followers with some sort of option to learn driving from me or from teachers who are being taught by me. Christine Estrano. So it is now bad to turn right on red signal. Some car honked on me because they were thinking why I don't turn right on red signals. Sometimes I really don't turn right, even if it's safe to do so. Well, Christine, unless there is a no right turn sign at the red light, you must make the turn, um, because it will cause inconvenience to people who are behind you. So what they expect you to do is make an attempt to make the right turn. So what you would do is, again, I am working on that on a video on how to make safe right turns at intersections. But until then, what you can keep in mind is that you will creep up a little bit to check the traffic on the left if there's no pedestrian or no oncoming traffic, and if you see a safe distance, when you feel it's safe for you to make the right turn, you should go ahead and make that right turn and not wait until the light turns to green. Erna, I remember that name. So you recently passed your test. Congratulations, Erna. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Yes, Christine. As I said, cars will honk at you if they don't see you making any moves. So you must creep up a little bit, check and go if it's safe. Shivam is from SBD International. Wow, good to see you, Shivam. Say my hi to all your friends there. Christine, because it says red light on camera, so I don't turn. I didn't quite get that. So red light on camera. Could you please specify what it means? Red light on camera? Shivam says, I've learned many things from you. Thank you, Shivam. There are more videos coming up. I'm working on more videos for you guys. So I hope you're on my other channel. Um, I'll text you about the other channel and the progress on it. Pratish, hi Pratish. Pratish is also from SBD. Thank you for joining, Pratish. Or now, what test where did you recently take? Was that a G2 or a G test? TM Sang says, will there be any changes of G test after December the 31st? That's a very good question. You know, I did not make any video on the changes that took place earlier this year, but I can definitely find that out for you and see if there are any changes coming up after December the 31st. I am in touch with some driving schools, so I can find out and probably make a video on that. Okay. So as of now, I'm not aware of any changes because I am all I do right now is just make videos to help my viewers. But yeah, I'm not caught up on the driving. I mean, driving test part. But yes, I will get that information for you. Shibam, I remember that. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Very good, very good. So I'm glad that you still remember the lessons from that speech. Thank you. Thank you, Shibam. Thanks. Good questions being asked. Some of the videos are in progress. Is there any video that you want me to make that can help you become a better driver? DD, I have no one to teach me on how to drive. People have given me lessons in the past, but then stopped for whatever reason. Should I just buy a car and practice myself? I have driving anxiety. Well, DD, I like the spirit that you're not willing to give up despite people stopping to teach you. You're still determined to learn how to drive, and I like the spirit that you want to go ahead and buy your own car and learn it. However, I would not recommend that because if you have anxiety, then and if you don't have anyone sitting beside you who knows how to handle situations, then uh, you could end up hurting yourself or crashing the car. So I would definitely recommend trying some other instructors. There are so many instructors out there. What part of Canada are you, or what part of the world are you in? If you could mention. In Toronto, there are like actually in Canada everywhere there are so many driving schools, um, and I'm sure one of them will be. I mean, yeah, everyone wants to make money, so they will not deny you. But you can try one or two driving instructors. If you don't like that driving instructor the way they are teaching, then you can switch to another driving instructor. It will be cheaper than buying a car. Trust me. You may have to spend a little more than other people, but yes, you will definitely find a good instructor. So keep trying and keep watching my videos, and please let me know what are the things that you're having difficulty with. How can I make it easier for you through the videos? So yeah, well, I mean, together we can help you become a good driver, Didi. Nithya says, hi, is a Brampton or Newmarket location easy drive test center? Brampton, I don't know why Brampton has a low pass rate, but Brampton Test Center is one of the easiest drive test centers. And whoever I've taken to Brampton has passed when I used to be a driving instructor, because the route is very short. I have one video on the test route, unless it has changed recently. But if you look at the route, it's very straightforward. Yes, there's traffic there, but that's how the actual driving will look like when you're driving in Brampton. If you live in Brampton, that's how the driving will look like. So I would recommend practicing with your driving instructor in Brampton and the busy streets, and you would not have any difficulty passing in Brampton. And Newmarket, yes, Newmarket is not much traffic, but I would say my pass rate there was like 50%. People say it's an easy test route, but I don't know. Like the students I have taken there, not everyone passed. It was probably because the students got nervous, or they genuinely made mistakes, or I don't know whether it was the examiners who were very strict. So you can go drive on the Newmarket as far, depending on where you live. But if it's closer to you, you can go drive on that route once and see uh, how easy it is, and then you can compare it with Brampton. I would recommend taking it in Brampton if you're living in Brampton. Dee Dee says she lives in the United States. Okay, so Dee Dee, yes, I will look forward to the comment from you saying, Harminder, yes, I have passed my driving test now. I bought a car and I'm driving it by myself. So I want to see that message from you. Naveed Ahmed, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I passed my G2 and G looking at your videos. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Naveed. I appreciate it. And congratulations for passing the test. Charles says, Sir, I will really love to be a pro in driving, and I pray that you will be my mentor in Jesus' name. Thank you. Thank you very much, Charles. I'm humbled by the comment. Yes, definitely. If you keep practicing, you will definitely become a good driver, and yeah, probably a driving instructor one day. Didi, so they complain about how slow I drive. I also get nervous making left and right turns because I have lost control and hit something in the past when making a turn. Um, that's a very common thing, Didi. Our fears actually come from from our experiences in the past. So, the reason you're slow is this, because you know you hit someone in the past. But the thing is, right? So we need to overcome our fears and and, and sorry, I'm a little distracted here. Yeah, so you need to overcome your fears, and that can be done through a lot of practice. You need to uh, face more of those situations. So if left and right turns are something that give you anxiety, I would recommend going with an instructor to practice that. You know, there were some students who I really used to like because of their learning attitude and their spirit. And you have that spirit, Didi. So what they did was, they used to say, Harminder, this is what makes me nervous. Can we practice more of this, please? For example, they would say, you know what, I live in downtown and when I get my car, I will have to parallel park. So can you teach me more of parallel parking? Can we spend more of our time on parallel parking and reverse parking? So I really like that spirit. And so they did that. They knew that they had that fear, and they knew that they had to overcome it. There was no way around it. So for you also, there was no way around your fears. You will encounter situations where you have to take left or right turns, and you can't get honked at every single time. So you have to put yourself in that situation until you completely overcome it. And trust me, when the day you overcome it, you'll be the happiest person in the world. You know, I've done that for so many of my fears, and I'm sure you can also do it. Okay, and you have my best wishes, Didi. As I said, I want to see you typing here that you've overcome your fears, and you're driving smoothly now. Nithya says, "Thank you. You're very welcome, Nithya." Yogesh, Ravindran, hello, sir. Great going. Thank you, Yogesh. Thanks for your support. Yogesh has a question. Is it okay to directly go for a G instead of G2? I'm in Toronto. Of course, of course. If you have that opportunity to go for the G test, you should definitely try that. However, do not make the mistake I had made. I was like, admit it let me admit it publicly. I used to be stingy when I came to Canada, because I was converting uh, Indian currency to dollars, right? And I had not come with a lot of money to Canada, so I was trying to save as much as I could. And what I did was I tried to save on driving lessons because they were expensive. And I took like 3 or 4 driving lessons, and I thought that yes, I was good to go for the G test. At that time, I didn't watch any driving videos. I did not practice outside of my driving hours, my lesson hours, and I did not observe anyone. So these are the 3 important things that you should do. And I was not doing any of these things. I just depended on the driving lessons, and guess what? I failed my test, and I had to go back to doing the G2 test, and then again the G test. So that cost me more money than uh, taking extra lessons. So please do not make that mistake. If you're confident, um, to pass the test with 3 or 4 lessons, and your driving instructor says that you're good, then you should. But if you feel that you need more lessons, you're not ready yet, then take more lessons, please. All right, good questions being asked. Good questions. I love it. Did anyone else have any questions related to driving? PSD 5580 says, how does one maintain lanes? Um, this is one video I've been asked to make, and I'm not able to come up with a concept to help someone drive in a straight line. And I'll tell you what the reason is. The thing is, I've never had to teach any one of my students to drive straight. I would just ask them to keep driving, and no one ever asked me, Harminder, how can I drive straight? The thing is, you don't have to consciously think about driving straight. It just happens. It's a natural phenomenon that yeah, it's a natural phenomenon. So you don't have to make any conscious effort to drive straight. The thing is, what the reason you're getting drifted into uh, one direction, right, is because of your fears, right? So you probably go to the right more because you see the curve there, and you think it's safer on that side. It's happening because of your fears, and once you're rid of your fears, you will not have to worry about driving straight. It will come to you automatically. But yes, I think I need to rack my brains a little more to come up with a video to help people drive straight in a straight line and to stay in their lanes. Um, and trust me, when I'm driving on the highway, I also get drawn towards the line sometimes, and then I correct myself. So, it may happen with anyone, right, even with experienced drivers. But you should know that if you're closer to the line, you should steer back into the lane and stay in the middle of the lane. But yes, this is something I need to make a video on, and I will come up with that video um, very soon. Allah's World for Kids asks, do driving simulator videos help in driving practice? I haven't seen any driving simulator videos, but yes, I know for sure that driving simulators definitely help with driving. There I used to teach some students who were into playing driving games, and they had a good control on the steering wheel. And when I asked them, how come you have a good control on the steering wheel and you know how to turn, when to let go, they said we play a lot of these driving video games. So I think yes, they definitely um, help you with practice. So maybe you can try and let me know if you have watched any driving simulator videos. Um, but yeah, I do not know anything about the videos, but yeah, simulators definitely help. Anju Blossom says, "Good morning, sir. Can I take lessons from you, please?" I would have loved to give you lessons. However, I have renounced my license. But I am thinking about teaching students through instructors who are trained by me. So you will see that happen in 2023. Yogesh Ravindran, thank you. Have learned a lot from your video and taken classes as well. Thank you. You're very welcome, Yogesh. PSD 5580. Thank you. Your video made me drive for 1 hour for the first time. Well, that's great. That's great. I'm glad that my videos are giving confidence to people. Thank you, PSD 5580. And I keep saying this. If there are videos that can help you drive better, please let me know. What can I do? What type of videos can I come up with? The video on left and right turns was suggested by one of my followers. They texted me on Instagram, and and I was able to come up with that video, and that's going to help a lot of people. So similarly, if you're facing any challenges, then you can write through comments, um, and I can make a video that can help you and other people. Leah John, hi, I'm Leah. I want to thank you for your video lessons. Last week I passed my G test. This is so helpful for newcomers like me. I directly went for the G test after 1 month of passing G1. Wow, congratulations, Leah. I'm very happy for you. So, yeah, one of us, I think it was Yogesh, or yeah, so it was Naveed Ahmed. So you see, Naveed, so we have people who are going directly for their G test and are passing. So Leah, what country are you from? Um, I'm assuming you uh, have emigrated to Canada. That is why you went from G1 to G. So please let us know what country you're from. Anju Blossom, okay, sir. Thank you. Waiting for 2023. Definitely, definitely. I have plans for for a driving school, for opening a driving school, or maybe helping my viewers with driving lessons through instructors who are taught by me. So PSD 5580, how do you maintain one lane and avoid hitting curbs and other vehicles? Um, Again, I just answered that question. So you know what, I will try to make a video on this topic. I think a lot of people need help with it. So yeah, I'll have to get into the shoes of a new driver to be able to think like they think, and then come up with a video. Savita Singh, sir, so glad you're live. Thank you very much, Savita. Thank you for joining in. Leah John from India, Kerala. I landed here in October. Oh wow, you landed in October, and in December you have your G license. Wow, congratulations, Leah. That's a great achievement. Great achievement. Uh, uh, Rush, the boy. Can I get driving? Can you drive if you have uh, seizures? Um, I won't be able to comment on this. You will have to check with if your physician says that yes, you can drive, then you know it shouldn't be a problem. Actually, this is one question they ask you when you go for your drive test. When they come sit in the car, so they go through some questions. I think I have mentioned this in the G2 score sheet video, that they ask you questions about your medical conditions, and if your doctor has said no to driving, then you shouldn't be driving. If the doctor says yes, then go ahead and drive, please. Sure. uh, PC 5580, yes, I will come up with that video soon. Health and happiness blueprints are how to drive in curvy roads. On how to drive on curvy roads. Okay. On curvy roads, your speed cannot be constant. Yeah, you'll have to slow down a little bit, depending on how often the curves are coming. Um, I will make a video on that, right? I will make a video on driving on curves with foot angles. So please look forward to that video. If you haven't subscribed, then make sure you subscribe so that you get a notification that the video has been published. Um, but yeah, so as you approach a turn, you'll have to slow down a little bit, uh, and then release the brake, uh, so that you can come out of the turn smoothly. But yeah, I will explain that through the video subtitling. Sir, please start your own driving school so we can learn from you. I want to I want to start a driving school, but it is hard to find driving instructors. One of the challenges driving school most driving schools face. Uh, but yes, I am definitely looking into it. Thank you, Sabta. Thank you for the encouragement. Health and happiness blueprint. How to judge car length in narrow road. Um, could you please specify? Are you talking about the length of your own car or the length of other cars? Extremes. I passed my driver's test 2 months ago, and your videos helped me a lot. Thank you, sir, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Extremes. Much appreciated. I'm glad that my videos are helping people pass their tests. Very happy. So, health and happiness says length of the car in general. And may I know why you want to know the length of the car? So, what exactly are we trying to achieve by knowing the length of the car? Extremes is from Quebec. Wonderful, wonderful place. I've been to Quebec twice, and yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Wonderful city, wonderful city. Very nice people, very warm and welcoming. All right, thank you. Health and happiness says narrow road like single lane road is a bit challenging. So how can we judge if some other vehicle like truck approach from the other side? Like how can we judge that we can pass our car? Okay. Okay. So I guess you're talking about the width of the car. Um, you know, you want to know whether you can fit in or not. That again comes with experience. It's hard to tell. You know, I cannot give you any reference point um, to judge the width of the car. Trust me, this comes with experience, right? So you drive more, you will know what you will when parking um, you know, you will make adjustments and you will know how much space you need to fit a car in. Sometimes you may think that I cannot fit in the car in this spot, but you'll be amazed to see how much space is left after you've parked your car. So, as I said, this comes with experience. Sometimes I get confused whether the car will fit in or not. And my wife says, I think you should go for it. There's clearly so much space there And I parked the car, and then I see, oh my God, I couldn't make that judgment being a driving instructor, and my wife could tell that there was somewhat space there. So again, it comes with experience. She's more experienced in spatial judgment than I am. So yeah, it comes with experience. Janet 1386. I'm 35 and barely passed my written test this year. Over the years, I just never had the opportunity to drive before. What should I know for the driving test? Sorry, I mispronounced your name, Janelle. So Janelle, uh, yes. So you know what? I had someone who was 35. This lady, she was so nervous. She took driving lessons when she was, I think, 28 or 29, and then on her first lesson she got nervous and never got back in the car uh, behind the wheel, and she kept procrastinating it until she turned 35, and then her job required her to get a license. And on the first day, she said, "Harminder, can I bring my husband with me for moral support?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" The first day she drove with me, I made her feel so comfortable that she said, "Oh, Harminder, I don't know why I had been putting this off for so many years. Driving is so easy." So, you know, driving is not as difficult as many people think. Once you get behind the wheel and you have someone guiding you properly, a good driving instructor, it will become very easy for you. So if you have been procrastinating this, or if you have delayed getting your license because of the reasons of fear, then trust me, there's no reason to be scared or worried about. You can just book your driving lessons and start driving. Watch videos, observe people driving cars, and take driving lessons, and you'll be good. PC 5580. Yes, I am uh, on it now. I'm trying to upload more videos frequently. So yes, I will come back to the frequency of one video a week. So working on it. Snoop Dogg. Okay, so how do I change lanes if there are four cars coming on the lane I want to merge to? Well, okay. So in this case, if you're already aware that there are other cars making an attempt to go into the lane that you are going into, let them go. Let them go first. Okay. Um, uh, and after they've gone and you see it's safe for you to switch lanes, you should switch lanes. Until then, just wait. Um, yeah, I need to make a short video on switching lanes. I have a video already, but then this part was not covered. So thanks for bringing this up, Snoopa. I will make a video on this. But yes, until you feel it's safe for you to switch lanes, do not switch, please. Uh, Captain Noob uh, says, I am 33 but have no confidence at all to drive, but I knew I had to learn uh, eventually. Well, trust me, um, it's not difficult. Driving is not difficult at all, and it is um, a life skill. Everyone must learn how to drive. It is much easier than you think, and I have some videos in mind to help new drivers learn it um, easily, and I'm trying to help them overcome their fear of driving. So please watch the upcoming videos. They're going to be very helpful for you. Health and happiness, are electric cars good? Of course they are. Of course they are. They save you a lot of money, and yeah, these days, most people are going for electric cars. I wanted to go for one. I wanted to switch to an electric car, but the wait is long. Unfortunately, it's like triple the time of a regular gas car. But yeah, I will definitely go for an electric car if it can be made available in the next month maybe. Right now the waiting time is like 1.5 year for an electric car here. Hema, they she says hello, hi, Hema. Uh, the dog, the dog. Yeah, I've read your comments. Thank you for participating and leaving comments on my videos. I Now that I've got the license, any advice on building experience on the road? I don't have a car yet, and don't have family members who can share their car with me. Um, just keep watching videos till then. Stay in touch with it. Do not forget about how to drive, because if you don't have, uh, the thing is, see, driving is about. A lot of people think that they will forget how to drive after a few years. The thing is, and that's not how it is. Once you sit behind the wheel, maybe it will take you 15, 20 minutes. Let's say you haven't been driving for 2 years and you sit behind the wheel, it will take you 15, 20 minutes to get back into that mode of driving. So you will certainly not forget driving, but yes, you may forget the concepts. And in that case, what some of my students did was that they used to take one lesson a month. So if you can do that, then that would be great. At least you will stay in touch with driving, and you'll know that your skills haven't become rusty. Chanel, I have been practicing just about every day. Any tips on the driving test? Um, yes, I have a video on driving test. Not sure if you've watched that, Janelle. Uh, but yes, so what I would recommend is, uh, if you're good at driving already, the driving instructor says that you're driving good, then what you can do is practice your mirror checks, right? To make it obvious for the driving test. And mirror checks are not just for the driving test. What I want to emphasize here is that they are necessary. Anything that they ask you to do on the drive test is actually necessary for everyday driving. And I've seen myself checking mirrors like every 10, 15 seconds. Observe other people, observe experienced drivers, how they do it, right? They also check their mirrors every now and then. And that because that is important. So yeah, check your mirrors, practice parking, ace it, right? Until you can't get it wrong. That's what Bruce Lee says, right? Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. So practice parking, and practice in the area where you'll be doing the drive test, so that you get a sense of the traffic there. And yeah, I mean, make it look smooth to the examiner when you drive, like so that they're able to tell that you've been driving for some time. You just didn't take 10 lessons and you came for the drive test. So yeah, I mean, it should look very natural to the driving examiner. You're lucky. You're one of the lucky few who get access to a car to practice every day. So keep up the spirit. Keep practicing. Keep watching videos, and you'll be fine. You'll pass. Health and happiness. How can we judge bonnet of car distance from other car in front of us? So that's a good one. I will demonstrate that through a video. I'll demonstrate that. I can't explain it right now, but yes, I have that video in mind. Thank you for bringing that up. I will very soon make that video. I'm thinking about renting an Evo or something to get someone more experience until I'm ready to get a car. Um, but I'm still a bit nervous about getting on the road, love. If you are nervous, first of all, great spirit, the dog. I appreciate that. You're making efforts to not make your skills rusty. Yes, that's a great way to stay in touch with driving. And yes, if you're still nervous, I would not recommend renting a car, because God forbid you hit that car somewhere, then you may have to end up paying a lot of money towards the repair of the car. So in that case, like I said, some students, even after getting their license, they would practice with me, saying, "We are not confident to drive by ourselves on the road. So can we get more lessons? So please get more lessons. Trust me, it will be much cheaper, much cheaper." I've seen students who would get their G2, and the next day they would go out with their friends and crash a car, right? So what would happen? One, they would have to pay for the repair of the car. Number two, their insurance would shoot up like crazy. So, that will be a more expensive affair as compared to taking driving lessons. So, hey dog, please take some lessons until you feel confident. When you do, then you can go out and try this out by renting a car. Uh, the best tip received from for driving tests is to voice out loud and the decisions you're making. It's a big one, and instructors love it. So thank you for reminding me that the dog. So I saw that comment on one of the videos. So this is for Janelle, right, who was asking us if you have any tips for driving tests. So yes, so if it will be good to you know speak your mind out, actually, when you're on the road, tell them that you're observing, so this way the examiner sitting next to you knows that you're paying attention, and they can read your mind. they right. So yeah, so no traffic, good to go. I can make the left turn, no pedestrian, so this way they know what you're looking for, and they know that you have the knowledge and the skill to make that judgment. So yes, definitely helps. Without a very good point, thanks for bringing it up. Miritz Waga says, I am okay. So they have difficulty changing lanes. Please watch my video on changing lanes. And there are like two or three videos on that. And if you still have difficulty changing lanes, let me know what uh, is it that makes you nervous. I will try to make more videos to help you overcome that nervousness. Janelle, thank you. You're very welcome. Happiness, blue, health and happiness. Please make video on how to turn in uphill. Uh, Health and happiness. Do you mean how to turn the wheels and uphill, or like turning the car uh, on a hill? E-ticket. What do I do if my driver's permit expires? Um, well, if your driver's permit expires, then you will have to go back to doing the G1 test, the knowledge test once again. Uh, this is um, this is a requirement by the ministry. But the good part here is that you will not have to wait for your G2 test a year again. So in that case, you just go for your knowledge test, and you can book your road test right after that. Yes, yeah. The only sad part is that you'll have to start all over again from the knowledge test. Asma Kadir says, "Sir, do you know what's the rate in these in Toronto for driving lessons?" Asma, I think it is around anywhere between $40 to $60 these days. Every driving school charges differently, so you may have to look up on Kijiji or Marketplace to see what the rates are these days. Soon down, the problem is if you can't slow down on the road in a 60 km/h uh, zone, the examiner told that I had to speed up to change lane to the right. Yes, so if the examiner is telling you to speed up, go ahead and go for it, right? I usually recommend people switching lanes at the same speed because you can't really tell what the examiner wants. I'm trying to figure that out as to why they would deduct marks for slowing down or going fast, but that's because that's not ideal in everyday driving. That's not what you do. You don't always switch lanes at the same speed. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly are or their guidelines. But for now, what you can do is, yes, try to switch lanes at the same speed. If your instructor, sorry, if your examiner is telling you to speed up, then go for it, right? That's an opportunity for you. Um, but speeding up again, you would not speed up in front of a car. Um, watch my video on how to switch lanes. So I've explained the concepts there. Um, you should be fine. Uh, health and happiness. Is there any hack if we could know how steering wheel and wheels are in which direction? I have a video on it. I have made a video on it which tells you which direction your wheels are facing. So I will put a link to it after this live stream. Hey Gina, you made it. You made it, Gina. I saw that comment saying you'll be at work. So okay, good to see you, Gina. Good to see your participation on my channel. Thank you for the comments that you post. Turning car on uphill. Okay. Health and happiness says how to turn. She wants to know, or he wants to know how to turn car on a hill. I'm not sure how different it is from turning a car on on a flat road. Um, we'll take this up on uh, on a separate chat. Health and happiness. I want to know what exactly you want to know. You can also write to me on Instagram, and yeah, we'll talk about that. Outdoor fishing adventures. Hi, Toronto drivers. Thank you very much for making videos on the various skills such as parallel parking, hill parking, and three-point turn. Your channel was a beneficial encounter for me. Thanks. Thank you very much, outdoor fishing. I much appreciate it. I'm glad that you like my videos. Captain Noob, do you have any tips to get past trauma of near-death experience while driving? I really need to gain the confidence back to be behind the wheel. Um, that's a very good point. You know what? A lot of people are going through it, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So either you will see the answer to this in a video form, or you will see it in a written form. So I'm working on a book right now to help new drivers. So yeah, I'll try to include that. But very good point. Um, to answer it briefly here, what I want to say is that you know uh, sometimes we have to leave our fears behind. I know they through come from past experiences, uh, but what had happened in the past is not going to happen in the future. Most likely, you have to overcome that, and face your challenges, face your fears more, so that you can overcome that. Right. So in that case, practicing and putting yourself in the situations that you fear would help you overcome them. Health and happiness, how to drive in rainy season. That's my next video. I just shot that video 2 days ago, and it's getting edited. You will see that very soon. Gina, hi, morning, Toronto drivers. Thank you for all your videos. Thank you very much, Gina. Thank you for your participation. Okay, all right. So you're on your break right now. Thank you for taking the time out to join us during your break. Outdoor fishing. Are you planning on publishing your book? What is it going to be about? Yes, I am going to be publishing that book. It is going to be all about driving, right? So this is to help my um, followers on how to overcome fear of driving. So, talking a lot about driving. If you have some ideas, please mention that. You can either text me on Instagram if you want anything in particular to be included in that book. I would love to hear comments from you. Scary. Janelle, I had to drive in the fog this morning and it was crazy. I can completely understand how difficult it is to drive in the fog. I wish I could make a video on how to drive in the fog. Um, Sorry, Janelle, I forgot what what you said about where you are, but I live in Toronto and there's not much fog. Like I've seen like 3 or 4 times in 10 years that I've lived here. I've like seen fog only 3 or 4 times, and that too not like very dense fog. But I wish I could make a video on how to drive in fog. But yes, I can completely understand that it was difficult for you to drive in the fog. All right, so it's 11 o'clock now. It's been an hour since I went live. So I am going to end it here. And I really liked the response and participation. Um, I was not expecting this. Honestly, I thought that it will be like just 1 or 2 questions, or maybe not a lot of people will participate. But I am overwhelmed by the participation and the questions being asked here. I will definitely do this. I'll try to do this every 2 weeks. So I will post it on my channel about the next live session. So please join us and ask your questions. This is working out really well, giving me ideas on videos and about the content for my book. So yeah, if you now that you know that I'm working on a book, so please let me know what you would like to see in that book, what new drivers want to read, or what do they want to know. I would love to hear ideas from you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I really love this. It was a great experience. So yes, I do have other social media. I have 1 or 2 more channels. I will mention that, and yeah, I will connect with you guys again in 2 weeks. Thank you.